I'm not going to try because I don't want to fail. It says, but if God has given you the ability to prophesy, then do what? Prophesy. If God has given you the faith enough to strong to receive a message from God, if your gift is to serve others, then do what? Serve others. And do it happily. Do it happily. Why serve somebody and then go complain about it later? You know. Why serve somebody and then you can't wait to go complain about it? I did this for them and I did that for them. And you know, they didn't even say thank you. You know. They didn't even say thank you. You know. So don't do it then. If that's what you're looking for, a pat on the back, you know, well then God says you already got your reward. You already got your reward. If that's what you're looking for, a pat on the back, then you got your reward. You know. So I'm looking for my reward to be in heaven so I can see Jesus. You know, I want to be able to see him in his glory. Why keep coming to church and you don't want to see Jesus? Is that a question? Yes, that's a question. You should want to be up there with him. He said, in my house there are what? Many mansions. He said, if it wasn't so, he would have told you. But he said he's going to prepare a place for you, that where he's at, you might be. And that's where you should want to be at. That's where we all should want to be at. We're not doing this thing in vain. You know, we just don't want to die and not get up. I want to die and get up one day. I want to get back up. I just don't want to stay down. That's like a little baby learning to walk. He's learning to walk, and he falls down, but he starts crawling. Then he gets back up again. He just don't stay down, do he? He picks himself back up and start walking again. Okay, go ahead. So what if you have a gift and you're not using it? And you know your gift. Yeah. One gift you know you But I want to encourage you to use your gift, to benefit the kingdom. You know, don't just hold on to it. Share it. Don't just hold on to it. Share it with everybody. Let's go to verse, where we at, 8? Verse 8.
If it is to encourage, then encourage. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, then do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully.
And what's he saying? He said, if you are a preacher, see to it that your sermons are strong and helpful. If you are a preacher, see that your sermons are strong and helpful. Sometimes we say things and people don't want to accept it because sometimes it hurts going in and it hurts coming out. Sometimes we think Bishop is up here and he's specifically talking about us, and really he's not. Maybe it's something that your conscience is getting to you, you know. Maybe it's something you should be, you shouldn't be doing, or you should be doing. You know, maybe it's your conscience getting to you, and he's talking about me. He's not talking about you. And you ain't the only one going through something. You ain't the only one. He's not only just talking about you, but it says, be strong and helpful. It says God has given you money. Be generous in helping others. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. You see all these people with all this money and they're not even happy. They're miserable. They think about somebody's going to do something to one of their kids, kidnap them, then, you know, the money's going to be gone. They think about they're going to lose their money, they're going to be broke tomorrow, you know. But if you share your wealth, you don't have to worry about them things. If you share those wealth, you don't have to worry about them. Says, if God has given you the administrative ability and put you in charge of the work of others, take the responsibility seriously. Take your responsibility seriously, right? We should always take things seriously. I know we want to have fun and we like to joke and kid with each other, but we should take our work seriously. It says, those who offer comfort to the sorrow should do so with Christian cheer. Nobody wants to see nobody in pain, hurting, crying, you know. So we should go over and try to comfort them, right? The best we can. And sometimes I just me myself, I know when I'm going to a funeral home, I'm going to a wake, sometimes I have to watch myself so I won't say the wrong thing. You know, because people are hurting and they're suffering. They just lost a loved one, you know. And then you have to be careful what you say to them, because you could do more danger, more damage, instead of hurting them. We all basically sometimes say the same thing. I'm sorry for your loss, you know. But we want to help them, encourage him, and let them know there is a tomorrow. There is a tomorrow. And that same faith they got, when they get in there, we're going to have to go one day. I'll say none of us going to pass us by unless we hear when he comes back. Unless he's here when he comes back. Because some of us, we're going to be gone. And some of us are going to be left here. It's going to be two of us sitting beside each other talking. And all of a sudden, one of them's going to be gone. And one of them's going to be left here. But we never know when the date or the time is going to come, the hour. Nobody knows. He said, not even the angels in heaven know. Not even the angels in heaven know. So you need to live your life like it's your last day. Like it's your last day. You should pray like it's your last time praying, you know. Ask God to forgive you because you may not have the opportunity. You could lay down tonight and not get up in the morning. You know, if you have somebody you have an off with, you should need to go straighten it out. Immediately, go straighten it out. Don't lay down and say, well, I'm going to do it in the morning. You know what? You may not get up in the morning. You may not have the opportunity to do it. No, you don't know what they're going through. You know, you never know what they're dealing with, because that person's never coming back again, you know, and they really love that person, you know, and they wanted to never see that person going, but we all got to go that way one day. Okay, what's it going? Verse 9, we're at verse 9.
Mm-hmm. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good.
Okay. Don't just pretend you love somebody. Don't just pretend you love somebody. You know. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? You doing okay today? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got to genuinely love somebody, you know. They can feel it if you love them or not, you know. Did you have something? Yeah. They don't really mean it, do they? Yeah, just do it. Just do it. If you're going to do it, just do it. Yeah. Just do it. Just do it. That's what you should do. You know, be genuine. Don't just pretend you love somebody. You know, like she said, let me know if I can do something for you. You know, but what I like to do, I don't want to ask them, let me know what I can do something for you. I like to just go in my wallet, just hand it to them, and then let them do what they need to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Just hand it to them, you know, and then let them do what they need to do. Mother King. No, it's not always money. It's not always money. It's not always money. Yeah. But it has to be genuine. Yeah. Yeah, it don't have to be money. Right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Right. But it goes a long way. Hmm. It's a big. Right. Help me. It says, hate what is wrong, though. You should hate what is wrong and stand on the side of good. A, a lot of times, though, people don't want you to point out their faults. They don't want you to point out their faults and tell you when they're doing something wrong. And then they get defensive. They get defensive, you know. You trying to tell me when I'm doing wrong, you know. But sometimes you have to do it out of love and affection, you know. You tell them what they're doing out of love. Say, that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that, you know. And you're not trying to judge them. You just don't want to see them going down that road. That road they're going down, and it might lead to destruction, you know. You don't want to see them doing nothing wrong. You, as a parent, you shouldn't want to see your kids fail. You're not going to let them go down and keep doing something wrong, so you're going to discipline and stop them. Well, sometimes God disciplines us, and we don't want to accept the discipline. Sometimes Bishop disciplines us and tell us when we're doing things wrong. So then we get angry, we get upset, we leave the church, we don't want to come back, you know. But sometimes we need that correction. Sometimes we need that correction, you know. It said, we ought to, okay, number 10. Who's going to read number 10? And she gave me a $20 bill and told me to bring her change. Why didn't she just let me have the whole 20? Because you know you wasn't going to do right with it. You know you wasn't going to do right with it. First thing you're going to do is go get a six-pack and a pack of cigarettes. So I ain't giving you nothing but $5. Go get you something to eat. Now, you can't do it all. That's your choice. Either get the cigarettes, get the beer, or get you something to eat. I ain't gonna give you enough money for all three now. Anyway, but sometimes it can be our own family members that treat us the worst. And then they look at us and want to put us down. What verse are we in now? We're on 11. Let's go to 11 then. Big word, dysfunctional. We all dealing with it. Dysfunctional. And Bishop was always telling, I always liked when he said, a sign of what craziness is when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, you keep getting the same results. But you keep doing them over and over and over and getting the same results. You're crazy. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Love someone else, Professor Stearns. Unconditional love. Yeah. There's a thin line between love and hate. Because somebody do something wrong with me, I say, oh. Sometimes I had to just walk away. Yeah, sometimes I just had to walk away because if I don't, I can feel the anger building up in me. I can feel the hatred building up in me, you know. And we all human. We all human. We got human emotions, you know. We don't want to be mistreated. I don't think nobody in here wants to be mistreated, you know. Yes. Worldly. 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 We're going to do our best to. Now, sometimes we don't always walk in the Spirit. Sometimes that flesh takes over. Sometimes that flesh takes over. And we'll give somebody a piece of our mind in a minute. We're not going to just let people walk over top of us. We're going to be strong. And we'll say, hey, look, I love you, but I can love you from a distance. I have to move, keep it moving. Number 11, let's go with 11 or 10.
Romans 12:11.
Okay.
Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving in the Lord.
Never be lazy. Never be lazy in your work. Don't never be lazy in your work. Keep putting things off, and then the last minute turn around, I got to make up an excuse so I can get out of it. I got to try to make up an excuse so I can get out of it, you know, because I done put it off, and now the time has come, you know. Now the time has come for me to get up. But we should serve the Lord happily. We should want to do it, even though we might slip sometime, you know. We might slip sometime and say, I don't know if I can do it today, Lord. You know, I know last night I went all through it. I was tossing and turning all week long. I kept studying and praying and studying and praying, and I kept saying to myself, maybe I can call him and tell him I'm sick. You know, maybe I can put this off on somebody else, you know. But I said, that wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right. He gave me this assignment. Bishop gave me this assignment when he left. He said, I want you to get up there and just do your best. He said, that's all you can do. He didn't say make excuses, but sometimes we make excuses. We make excuses why we can't do things. And then we'd rather sit at home in our chair, on our TV, and we know we should have got up and went on and did it. But sometimes people don't want to do what's asked of them. So they make excuses why they can't do it. But why have a title if you're not going to use it? Why have a title if you're not going to use your title? You know, why be a teacher and you ain't going to teach? Huh? Why be a truck driver and ain't got a truck? How you going to drive? Okay, where we at now? We at 12?
12.
I didn't hear you. Number 12. 12 and 12.
Be joy.
I thought it was
We in
12.
12.
12.
Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer.
It says, be glad for all God is planning for you. You know, God's got some plans for all of us, and we should be glad about his plans. And sometimes his plans ain't our plans. His ways ain't our ways, right? So we should be happy in the plans he has for us. It says, be patient in trouble. We have to have some patience sometime. Sometimes we want things microwave. We want it right now. God, I asked you for this prayer yesterday. You still ain't blessed me with it. Well, he knows you're not going to use it for his purpose. Sometimes you got to have patience. He knows what you're going through before you even asked him. He already knew what you was going to be dealing with before you even asked him. But why should he get you out of something today and you're going to turn back around tomorrow and get right back in that same trouble? So he wants you to deal with it for a while. So when you come out of it, you don't want to go back. Why deal with something for 5 minutes, he gets you out of it, then you go right back and spend another week dealing with it. You have something? Okay. You get tired of it. Then you got sick and tired of it. Right. But think about the things he kept you from getting into. Think about the things. You could have been sick. You could have been laying in the hospital. You know, you could have had some kind of disease that you couldn't have got rid of, you know. So he kind of delivered you from that. And I'm going to have to move along a little quicker now because my time is running out. So I'm gonna kind of do this myself a little bit. It says, and getting into the habit of inviting guests home for dinner if they need lodging for the night. And that was 12 and 13, I believe, yeah. And then we're going to 14. If someone mistreats you because you are a Christian, don't curse him. It says, don't curse him. Pray that God will bless him. If somebody treats you bad as a Christian, you should pray for them and see that they can come out of that. So they won't treat the next person the way they treated you. Right? Yeah, go ahead. I don't curse, I bless. I don't curse, I bless. It says, when others are happy, you should be happy with them. Sometimes people ain't always like it. Sometimes you see people happy and you say, oh, why they so happy? Shoot, because you miserable. You know, they happy and you want them to be miserable. When they happy, you should be happy. Just like when you happy, they should be happy for you. When you get something nice, you want to say, oh, I got me a brand new truck out there. I got me a brand new. I don't care if you got a brand new truck. Shoot. You should be happy for them, you know, because your day is coming too. Your day is coming too. Be happy for people when they get things, you know. Be honest with others, he said. He said, if they are sad, share their sorrow. We should want to share their sorrow and hold their hand and help them make it through. Work happily together. What did he say? What was the main word I just said? Together. Together. We should be working together in the kingdom. You know, I can't grab my wife's hand and pull her this way, and she's trying to go that way. So we should go the same. We all should be going the same way with each other, as long as we're going together with Christ, right? It said, don't try to act too big. Don't try to be more than what you are. Don't try to be more than what you are. Try to think, oh, well, I got more than he got, you know. Well, somebody else has got more than you got, you know. Don't try to act too big and try to be boastful, you know, just because you got nice things and other people don't. There's somebody out there got something bigger and better than what you got. Don't try to get in good graces of important people, but enjoy the company of ordinary people. You know, I want to go down there and I want to be Donald Trump's friend because he's the president of the United States, but I don't want to be his friend, you know. I'd rather be your friend, and I'd rather be God's friend than somebody I know and need prayer. But he needs prayer too. He needs a lot of prayer. He needs a lot of prayer, you know. But we should pray for him, right? And try not to act too big and get important graces. It says, and don't think ill will of nobody. What's that mean? Yeah. Ugly. Wishing something bad for them. Wishing something bad. You know, when you wish something bad on somebody, you could be wishing it on yourself. Yeah, you could be wishing it on yourself. You said something bad on somebody else, you just might be damned yourself, because it could be coming back to you. Never pay evil for evil. Somebody do something to you, you want to go back and do something to them. Never pay evil for evil. It said, do all things in such a way that everyone can see you are honest, clear through. That everybody can see Christ inside you. They should see Christ inside you. So when they do something evil and nasty, do something nice. Do something nice to them. They're going to look at you, that guy's crazy. I just talked about him and said something wrong, and he turned around and did something nice. Do something nice. And look, don't quarrel with each other. Most of the time when you're arguing with somebody, you ain't arguing about nothing anyway. You ain't arguing about nothing anyway. Tomorrow you can forget about it and say, I don't even remember what I was arguing about, you know. And then sometimes you argue with people, it gets out of hand. It'll get out of hand. Somebody wants to start hitting somebody, or somebody and grab something they shouldn't have grabbed, or, you know, and then it just got out of hand. It says, be at peace with everyone as much as possible. Be at peace with everyone as much as possible. It says as possible. Why do you think it said as possible? We're not going to do it all the time, but we can learn how to walk away from some things, can't we? We can learn how to walk away. We ain't got to always be right. Sometimes we can be wrong and just walk away. You know, don't just stand there and argue with them and what is it? Dear friends, never avenge yourself. Leave it to God. God's going to take care of a lot of things if we let him. But sometimes we don't want to let God take care of it. Yeah, but we want to do it ourselves. Because you know